Hello everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well. Wherever you are, my well wishes are with you. May you live long, healthy and safe life. Just to give you an update what's happening outside my office. It's very windy and it looked like it started raining. It's a very beautiful weather. I'm taking this as an opportunity to record a video which can benefit the wider community. So with that, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can download the panel data for your research. A panel data is a data which has multiple years and you want to download it for multiple companies. And the example of data can be total assets, can be an accounting data, it can be a stock price, market data, it can be non-financial data, environmental, social, and governance score. What you need to have is, which is a prerequisite, you need to have a subscription to the Refinitiv workspace. So now Refinitiv workspace, the name is changing to LSEG, which stands for London Stock Exchange Group workspace. But it doesn't matter. Most of the things, if you understand the basics, you can adapt it to slight variations in the interface. Okay, so you need to have subscription to the Refinitiv workspace or LSEG workspace, and you need to install the software in your computer. As you can see in my computer, the Refinitiv workspace is installed. So if it is installed, then what you need to do, you need to open the Excel file. As you can see, it's already open. So once the Excel file is open, you see there is no add-in which says it's a workspace or it's a Refinitiv workspace. You need to bring that add-in here. How to bring that? It's very basic. So you see a file on the top left. So click on File and come to the options. And in the options, you see the add-ins. Click on add-ins, and then you see Excel add-in. Just drop down. You see computer add-ins because we have installed a software, so we want to use the computer add-ins. Select that and click Go. You see different options here. So I know this workspace is what I want to bring in. Just click that and click OK. So you will see now the add-in is available. So click on this add-in. It will ask you to use your username and password and sign in. So you click on this sign in. A dialog box will appear where you will be required to enter your username and password. Just write your username. Okay, and then the password. And then click sign in. Now you can see various options. In this video, I'm going to use a request table option to download the panel data. Okay, so I'm going to click on this new request table, and it will open a new Excel file. It will ask you to save the new request table, the new file in your computer. You can click yes and save it to your destination folder. Okay, so what you see here, you see the request table, which has different sections. Okay, so the first section is update. Do you want the request to be updated whenever you process the table? The second is the type of the request. So it has a static request. It has time series request, TS. It has time series request for list, TSL, and it has a list L option. And the third is the format. What format you want your output to be looking like. The fourth is series lookup. And then you have the data type expression. And you have start date, end date, frequency, and where you want data to be exported. So let's have a hypothetical example of a data download exercise. I'm going to bring that in front of you. So what I need a list of S&P 500 firms, and I need a data for them over the period of 2018 to 2021. And the data I'm interested in is the static data, the data which does not change. And I want ISIN code, company name, and industry group. And I also need the time series data, the data which changes over time. And what I need is the ESG score of a company, presence of audit committee, and the total assets. Okay, so keeping this in your consideration, begin filling the request table. So first thing is update. So let's select yes. So what I did, I put my cursor here, and then you have an option here. I said yes. Whenever I process the table, whatever request I'm going to put in the row 7, just update it. Okay, so later on I will show you if you move it to no, what happens. This request will not be updated once you process the table. So you should be able to view that. Then the request type, as it is a static request that I want to give. So what I need ISIN code, I need the company name, I need the industry group. And this is what we need. And we know it's a static data type. So we are going to put a static S. Then select format. So you can have different formats. If you click on that, it will open a new dialog box, and you can select the format that should appear in the output. So I'm going to select row title, column title, and that's it. So for simplicity, I'm selecting these two. And later on, you can select other format types and see what changes it brings. So I'm going to click on that. So the format is done. Then we need to find series. For us, the series is S&P 500 firms. So I'm going to click on Find Series. It will open a new interface. So first thing I want you to do is to select Clear All, remove all the filters. Then under the categories, go to the constituent list, click on that. And then the first option you see, S&P 500. So you can see what it is. It is S&P 500. It's an equity, Standard & Poor's, United States. So you can know what is description of this list. So I know based on my research that this is one I'm interested in. I can click on that and I can bring it in. But if you want to search for any other index, you can search here in the search bar, and you can find a relevant index for other markets. So I'm going to select S&P 500 based on our example. So I selected that, so now it's appearing here. The next step is data type. I need ISIN codes, company name, and industry group. Okay, so you click on that data type here. I clicked on data type and takes me to the new navigator. So now again, you can select clear all for making sure that no filters are applied. And then you can start searching the variable of your interest. So we are interested in ISIN codes. So I just write ISIN, click search, and different options are appearing. So you can click on the variable, and you can see the description at the bottom of the screen. So the first one I know based on my research that ISIN code, this is what is most appropriate. So I'm going to select this one. Okay, so I'm going to close that. Then what we need, can you recall? We need company name. Okay, so company name and search. I'm going to ask you what is the third data we need. Okay, so stay tuned for that. So company name, you can again see the description. I know this is the one I want to use, the company name. It matches my description. Just select this one. Okay, so the two we have selected. The third, can you recall what it is? Okay, very smart, always paying attention to my videos, always engaged. We need industry group. Okay, so industry group, and then we're going to click on search. So you click on search, then again, various options are coming. I'm going to select the second one. Okay, industry group. It gives me description. Yeah, I'm happy with that. This is what I need. I can close this one and then select this one. So now you might be thinking how we know that the three data points we have selected, that they are with us. So you see on the top right here, my selections and the three mentioned here. So it means three data types data points we have selected. If you want to see what they are, just click on my selections and they are appearing here. If you want to remove any of the data points, you can click on that and remove that data point. And you can remove all as well. And you can also change the order. So you want to bring down the ISIN code. So just select that and bring down. And you want to bring down this company name, you can bring down that as well. So you can bring up the ISIN code. So you can bring up as well. Okay. I'm not going to change anything now. So we have selected that. Once you are happy with your selections, you see here use, you have to click on that. So click on this use, and you see we have selected these three data types for our static request for S&P 500 forms. So now someone may know the code and does not have to go to the navigator by clicking on data type. For example, I know the QSIP code. Okay, so I want to use the QSIP code, and I just need to add a comma and then bring the QSIP code. So it is WC06004. Okay, so if your memory is super fast, you know hundreds of codes, you can keep writing here. You don't need to go and search one by one. Okay, so once you're done with that, you see the start date and the end date for the static request that I'm using. So you can use the latest value because it will be the same even if you go for previous years. And for static request, you don't need to have the end date. Okay. And you also don't need the frequency. Okay. So you don't need to select daily, weekly, monthly, or yearly. Just leave as it is. And you can also see here the note is also saying not applicable for static request. And same is the case for the end date, not applicable for static requests. So the last thing that you need to add is the data destination. Okay. So what you can do, you can create a new sheet and you can say this is a static data. You can create that and you can just bring your cursor in this cell and click on data destination. Go to the static sheet, bring your cursor here and click OK. So now your data will be output in this sheet. Okay. And then the final thing you need to do is process table. So once you process the table, your request will be processed and the static data will be shortly appearing here. Okay, so our output is ready for viewing. So let's click on static and here is the output. So you see the column titles. I'm going to just bold that. And you also see the row titles. And in column B, you see the ISIN codes. In column C, I presume it is the industry codes. In column D, we see the company name. And in column E, we see the QSIP codes. Okay, so you might be thinking here we have the data type, the data codes. Why not we have the data name or the description listed here? So if you want to have that, just go to the request table and select the format. And in the format, there is an option here, display data type as description. Okay, so if you click on that and then process the table. So now with this particular demonstration, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove this destination so that you also come to know if you don't add the data destination sheet here. So the Excel will automatically create a new sheet and give you an output. Okay, so let's process the table. Okay, so here is the sheet 2 that Excel has created. And now you see what is appearing in the first row, the column titles. So now we have the data names. So the variable names are mentioned, the QSIP, company name, industry group, ISIN code. And if you go to the previous request that we had the codes there. Okay. One more thing which I can demonstrate is if you want to know the definitions and descriptions of the data types, so you can click on this hyperlink here. You click OK. So now it is RCDB, and then process the table. So now we have the hyperlink attached to the data type. So if you want to see what is the company name, just click on this. It will take you to the page where you can see the company name description. So you can see what it is. Okay, so that's a very cool function. Okay, so we are done with our static request. So now I want to demonstrate how you can download the time series data. So let's bring here yes and change the first one no, because if you keep it yes and later on you process the table, the first will be processed, the second will be processed, and the Excel will take longer time. Okay, so if you're happy with your first request, just turn it to no so that it's not updated. So now in request type, instead of static, we are going to download time series request for the list. And here you have an option to select the format. Let's select row title, the column title, and some of the other options. If you want to select, you can select, and then select the transpose as well. And let's select the display expression first series as title as well. So I'm going to click OK. So you can change this format, whatever you want later on. And I'm going to keep the list as it is, just copy and paste here. Otherwise, you can go to find series and repeat the same steps and bring the list of S&P 500 firms. Then the data type, I'm going to click on that. Then maybe clear all. This is what I always do. Search for ESG score. And then you see various options. Here is ESG score. This is what I want. You can see the description. And I'm going to click that. That's done. What I need second is total assets. Search. Here is the total assets. And then I need audit committee present. So just write audit committee and search. And from the options, see which one matches the best. The first one, audit board committee, says does the company have an audit board committee? Yes or no. So it's the presence of audit committee or the absence of audit committee. So I'm going to select that. So now you can again see my selections. 3 time series variables have been selected. I'm going to use them here. Okay, so I have used that. If you know the variable code, for example, cash, I'm going to bring it here. You put a comma here and then add that, the code for the cache. And then as it is a time series request for list, now you need start date and the end date. And based on our example, we are downloading data from 2018 to 2021. And as I said, it's an annual data we need. So you can change this drop down to yearly data or annual data. So then if you want to give the name, so just give a name to the output sheet, time series sheet, and then come here, click on data destination, go to the time series sheet, click on the first cell, click OK, and then go and process the table. Depending on how much data you want to download, the Excel will take that amount of time. Okay, our output is ready. I'm going to the time series request, and here we are. We have the companies and variables in the first column, and in the column B to column E, we have the data downloaded for multiple years, 2018 to 2021. Okay, so if you want to change the format of this table, you can go to the request table, and you can change the format here. So just click on select format, and just change something. Instead of this, you want to use display expression as title. See what happens. And then hyperlink to series metadata. Just click OK, and maybe change here. Don't put any destination. See what happens. Process table. Our output is ready. As I did not mention any data destination, the Excel has automatically created sheet 4. Let's go to sheet 4 and we see the data is ready. So now we have a slightly different format. In particular, what we see here, we see the code with a hyperlink. Okay, so we see some hyperlinks. So if you want to click on that, it will take you to the underlying information. So I clicked on that, the Refinitiv workspace is going to open, and you see uh, the company that this data belongs to. So this data belongs to Amazon. So that's again a very cool information we can get. And now if you go back uh, to the request table, now you see a request table. In the first request, we got the static data. For S&P 500 forms, we got ISIN codes, we got company name, industry group, QSIP code. And in the second request, we got the time series data. We got ESG score, total assets, presence of audit committee. And we also got the cash for 3 years. So that data is downloaded. Here is the time series data we downloaded. Here is the static data we downloaded. I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a very basic video to download panel data for your research. If you have any comments about this video, if you have any difficulty downloading data using this request table, please leave your comments under the video. I will be responding to your comments, and I will see if I can respond and provide you the suggestions, or I may come up with a new video which can benefit you or may benefit the wider community as well. Thank you so much for your listening. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.